Good afternoon, Fort McMurray. It's Melanie Gallia with Remax Fort McMurray, and I am with my co-host,
Barb Pinsent from the Mortgage Center Elite.
All right, Barb, we made a commitment to, I think we've been doing this for just over 2 years now. Bank of Canada rate hold announcement day. Big announcement today.
Yes, not anything that was not expected. They did increase the overnight lending rate by 0.5 percentage point, which they had pretty much told us they were going to do. So for anyone with a variable rate mortgage, a line of credit, those products, the clients are going to see an increase to their interest rate. Still, some pretty good rates as far as a variable rate goes for those who are in a variable rate whose rate was maybe discounted by 1%. You're likely going to see prime increase to 3.7%. So much higher than it was, but if you've got a 1% discount on that 3.7%, you're still at 2.7. So, it's still a good product in my mind. I have a variable rate mortgage and I'm sticking with it still. What you need to consider is what you can afford as far as payments go. And variable rate options aren't for people who can't withstand changes in their payments, right? Like if you're in a product like the variable rate and you're concerned about your payments going up, then that's probably not the product that you should be in anyways. So yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. And there's still talk of it going higher. So consider that. The downside to the variable rate mortgage is when you're in that product, when you do always have the option of locking into a fixed rate, but when you go to do that, you're going to lock in at current day rates. So, you're locking in at probably over 4% if it was a 5-year term that you were looking to go into right now. So considerably higher than likely the variable rate that you have.
Gotcha. Okay. So we have an interesting topic today.
We are
not going to spend a huge amount of time talking about, things that we've talked about in the past, right? So you have an interesting presentation today, Barb. Why don't you tell us just a little bit about it? And I'm not sure if you're not on your first page of your thing there. So once you're ready.
There. Okay.
So
there we go. What's that? Sorry.
Oh, I've got you on the screen now.
Yeah. Okay. Terrific. So what we're going to talk about is, what happens in the case of a marital breakdown, and do you keep the home in the event of a separation or a divorce? And there are options available to keep the home if that's what they're looking to do. So the program's called the spousal buyout program and is for people, not just people who are married, but if there's a brother and sister on title, on mortgage, and they want one removed. This is a product that will allow you to do that, and it's not considered a refinance. So you can actually buy from the person and do it at 95% loan to value, whereas a refinance is 80%. So if it is a couple and they've decided to separate and one of them wants to stay in the home, in most cases, divorce, but not always divorce. It's applicable for siblings. I get a little ahead of myself here sometimes. It's applicable for siblings and even friends who have jointly owned a home and now want to go their separate ways. So you can possibly finance up to 95% of the home's value in a private sale. Proceeds can only be used to buy out the other owner's share or pay off joint debt. A separation agreement or a legal document from a lawyer stating the division of the property needs to be in place. An offer to purchase, a full mortgage application, and an appraisal of the property would need to be done as well. And what that could look like is if the matrimonial home is worth $500,000, 95% of that is $475,000. If you've got a mortgage of $450,000, there's $50,000 equity in there. Split between the two parties would leave $25,000, which is all that would be required for the minimum down payment. So the spouse left on title would have a mortgage of $475,000 if the spouse qualifies, of course. And another example, if the home is worth $600,000 and the 80% of that 600,000, sorry, is $480,000. There's a mortgage of $100,000. Equity gets split in two, and the person remaining on title would have a mortgage of now the $350,000. So the equity that's paid out to the partner plus the balance owing on the mortgage. It's a great option as it's the only time a mortgage can be refinanced for more than 80% of the property's value. Spousal buyout program is treated like a purchase, so not a refinance or go why. You can take it to the 95% loan to value. And when you're refinancing a property, again, you can't borrow any more than 80% of its value. So without this program, you wouldn't be able to pull out as much equity.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
all right, cool.
it in a nutshell.
Wow, that was a lot. That was a little bit. Actually, that was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be when I saw you.
Yeah.
Look at you. Interesting. Listen, if you've got questions about this situation, you can get a hold of Barb and I on these channels for sure. You can also go to letstalklending.com, fill out the form. Your information will go to both Barb and I. And you can leave us some notes there what you're needing to do. So, yeah, that's a really interesting topic. And unfortunately, divorce happens, but it's not just divorce, right? It's two people on title, whether it's siblings or friends or that sort of thing. So, that was really helpful information, Barb. I enjoyed that. My turn now to talk about what's going on with the statistics. Okay. There are 50 more single family homes on the market than last month. I cannot stress enough. If it keeps going like this, we're going to move into a balanced market, and out of that soft sellers market, you have to make sure that your home is priced properly. Hands down. I have seen 66 price reductions in the last 7 days. So, this higher interest rate, and, I think lots of people have tried to take advantage of that. Now, having said that, we had 78 single family home sales last month. That's phenomenal. It's really good, right? And even the single family home price has been going up. One of the reasons is because some of the higher end homes are starting to sell. So that's fantastic news. I think I got another slide on this one here. And our inventory, you can see it's not the highest that it's ever been. We're down here on the side here. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor. You might not be able to. Yeah, it's not a crazy amount. So, Barb, I think that there's still opportunities in this market. Yeah. So if you've got questions about the purchasing process, go to letstalklending.com. Barb and I are very willing to help you. We work well as a team. Barb has tons of experience, super patient, especially with first-time home buyers. It's stressful, right? It can be stressful, and making sure that you're making the right decision for yourself. I had some fun with some buyers earlier this week. We literally had a grid because they were trying to choose between two properties that were very, very different properties. And we had two little pieces of spreadsheets, and we were like, okay, green is a go. Which one we like better, and they wrote on, and we have an accepted conditional offer right now on a property. So it's exciting to see those things. And Barb, you're starting to see the market pick up just a little bit on your end.
A little bit, yeah, it is again. Yeah.
Okay, I think.
And there's still those rate holds. So if you want to get a rate held and you want to know what that's going to look like for the next 4 months, then by all means, reach out. I'm happy to do that for you. You're not going to see rates like we've seen in the past. I think we will be lucky to ever see that again in our lives. And though they were good, they were also not good, right? They were brought on by not good things. So we are seeing things start to normalize, and that, although that's a bit painful, it's also a good thing. Will be better when we know where it's going to go, for sure, because we still don't know that, of course, but yeah.
Okay, cool. But Barb, when's our next meeting date? Is it in July or August?
Yeah, no, July 13th.
July 13th. All right. Barb and I have a date to update you on what's going on in the market. If not much is going on, Barb's going to give you some little education on what on mortgage rates and mortgages and all the different sort of situations. So Barb, as always, thanks for being my partner in this.
Thank you. I appreciate your doing this with me. It's wonderful.
Oh, I love
and just
it. I
go
love it.
out there, if there's something somebody wants to know about and we haven't yet discussed it, let us know. You know, we
Let
can
us
put together
know.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let our audience tell us what they want to hear. So write in the comments,
Exactly.
do me a favor, tag a friend, share this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Barb.
Okay, thank you.